Hey, in this video of 5 steps to an amazing ear, this is a part 2 of that video. In the first video, we focused on what are the steps to get an amazing ear. In this video, we're going to teach you how to actually use those steps to break down certain chords. A lot of you wanted some practical examples and you wanted me to show you the process in live. You wanted me to show you the process real time, so I want to show you with an actual song. If you missed that video, go ahead and watch that because I've got a download for you, free for you. You can go ahead and put the information in there. You can get that for free, or if you want to donate, thank you for those of you who did donate for that. We have a chart there that will show you step by step what you need to do to hear chords and songs. Today I'm going to be analyzing a video by HMPI, an amazing YouTube channel. We're getting it from their channel, so I definitely recommend you check that video out after we're done with this video. The guy on there is playing neo soul. He's playing Blessed Assurance using neo soul chords. And so what I don't want to put the video on the screen, because what I want to do is I want to show you how I would hear these chords, how I would figure these chords out. Some of you are just really confused about, I got the stages, but how do I actually do a song? How do I actually find out the chords? So this is what this video is going to show you, using the stages that I outlined in the last video. Okay, so let's go first. In stage 1, we're concerned with intervals. Let's hear the beginning of this song. And like I said, I'm not going to put it on the screen just yet because I want you to use your ear, and so we're going to try to see what we can do. In step 1, we're concerned with hearing intervals, not hearing chords, but the distance between two notes. Now this is an intro to Blessed Assurance, the neo soul way. Put a link to this song up in the description area. So this song is real nice, and I'm only going to do the intro and maybe the first couple chords just to kind of show you. Here's the song, Blessed Assurance. See, so starting right there. That's our first chord there. All right, let's stop there. Okay, so at the very beginning, what do we hear? So at the first thing I would focus on are those intervals, and what I'm hearing at the very beginning of the song is maybe a perfect fifth. I would just focus on the fact that there's a perfect fifth there. Okay, so there's our perfect fifth there. Now, if you're watching, and by the way, if you're a member of the site, you already know that we have a course on this where I teach you how to recognize each interval, minor, second, major, second. But, you know, we noticed that I told you to start off with your perfect fifth and your perfect fourth. Memorize how those sound first, then move to your tritones. All right, so what we want to do is we want to start off being able to recognize that perfect fifth there. Right, and then we have a augmented fifth or minor sixth after that. Okay, so at the very beginning, that's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm concerned about, is hearing the distance between two notes. You want to get really good at this stage, because when you're trying to do runs and all that, those are just two notes. It's just they're going fast. But to get good at stage 1 is really all you really need to become a good ear musician. It's just that the other stages can help you make other decisions. Okay, but stage 1 is really the basis of developing a good ear and good pitch. Now let's look at, I need to plug up my laptop here. All right, now let's listen. Let me play that stage with him just to show you that it works. Okay, here we go. See, this is not the whole chord. Clearly it's not the whole chord, but it helps to recognize what intervals are you hearing. Okay, what intervals are you hearing? So you start off with two notes. Now in stage 2, we're trying to determine whether those notes are major or minor. Go back to that first one. Remember, stage 2, we're moving up the ladder here. So, as you can hear, that first one is major. So we got a major chord there, then we have a minor. Not major, that second one is still major. Okay, so what I'm listening for in stage 2, in stage 2, so we have that first chord, that's a major chord, because a minor would be this. And in stage 2, the only thing that I'm concerned about is just being able to recognize the difference between major and minor. Now, I do want to mention that if you're including the bass note with this, it changes everything because the bass note's a C. That's going to change everything. In stage 2, the only thing you're trying to hear are the distance, because what matters is between that first note of a chord and the middle note will kind of tell you whether something is major or minor or not. So here, major or minor or not. Something is major or minor. Anyway. Okay, so the first two notes, that note in the middle there is going to tell me whether this is a major chord or a minor chord. So at stage 2, that's all I'm trying to figure out is major, minor. So that first chord, I can clearly hear it's major. In the second chord, the major minor rule does not apply in this chord. But it's still helpful to hear that that first interval is a major third versus a minor third. So it's kind of just hearing an interval of a major versus minor third as well, and not just the chord. Now let's move to stage 3. Move to stage 3 is when we are listening for the quality of the 4 major types. Now remember, we go over this in the last video, so you have to review that last video for more details. This is the practical use of this now. Okay, so now we got that one. We got in stage 1, we figured out that it was just perfect fifth. Stage 2, we figured out that it was a major triad. But now I got 4 chords to choose from. Let's see if we can get it. Here we go. Let me see. Now let me see if I can get these right. So we have. And again, it's not that you just, oh, I'm a stage 3, well, I'm a stage 2. It's that what stage do you want to make a decision at? And a lot of people are saying, well, I'm in this stage, and I don't think it's a thing that you say, well, I'm in a certain stage. You say to yourself, at what level do I want to solve this problem of hearing this chord? Do you want to hear, because what you could do is say, well, instead of hearing the 4 chords, you can make a stage 1 decision and say, well, I'm hearing the top and the bottom note, which is a minor 7, a major 7, right? And then that means that you're listening for intervals now. You see what I mean? And that can really help you, because hearing that major 7, you could probably just figure out the rest that it's a major 7 chord. So again, it's not so much I'm stage 1, I'm stage 2, I'm stage 3. You know, what level do you want to hear the chord at? Okay, now, I forgot to use the Blessed Assurance part, the part where he starts the song. Let's go ahead and look at that. Let's go ahead and move on to it. Okay, there it is. Jesus is mine. All right, so that's the part I want right there. So we have that first one. So what did I hear there? Well, if I'm making this decision at the first level, at the first stage, I'm going to say I heard a minor 7th. Okay, so that helps me there. Now, in the second stage, am I hearing major or minor? I'm hearing neither. Why do I say that? Because a lot of times what I'm listening for is the minor or major third. Why would I say that? Because a minor third would be this. A major third would be this. So what happens is in the stage 2, because I'm not hearing a major or a minor, then I'm going to assume that the voicing is a sus voicing. That helps me a lot, because if it's a sus voicing, most likely it's some type of a sus chord, right? As opposed to being one of the 4 types of chords. So I can automatically go to the sus. I don't even have to touch stage 3, 4, or 5, because I heard in stage 1 the 7th, and in stage 2 I heard neither minor or major. So automatically when that happens, I tend to go to sus. Right now, if you wanted to hear, let me jump to stage, because it's not one of the 4. And it's actually not an extension either. So in the 5th stage, you could have heard it as a polychord, and that would be and the way I'm using this is to hear. I'm doing ear teaching now, so that means, because this chord does have a name. It's a sus chord. However, the ear could hear that it's a minor chord with the right hand, minor seventh. In the left hand, it could be you could do a like a B flat 7 sus 4. Okay, so that would be B flat 7 with a sus 4, and in a minor. So here I'm hearing this in one hand, and I'm hearing this in another hand. That's a stage 5 decision where I'm hearing two chords play together. So that's a decision that you're making at the 5th stage. And what about the next part of the song on the Jesus Is Mine? Because he went right, but what about that next part? All right, hold on, hold on, here we go. Jesus is. What chord is that? All right, so okay, so so a lot of times when I'm trying to find out an interval in stage 1, I have to sing it. So so I'm hearing tritones. See, and on that mine, I'm hearing a tritone. So I'm hearing a tritone in the right hand. You heard that note? Here, I'm gonna let you listen to that again because you're hearing there's several tritones in there. You're making stage 1 decisions. I'm not trying to figure out the chord. I'm trying to figure out intervals right now. So check this out. So there's a tritone there. There's a tritone there, and there's a tritone here. One thing that'll help you hear that is to try to sing the notes that you're hearing. Right? So together, you see that? Now you got that B flat in the bottom, which is the bass, completes the root, makes it a B flat 7, flat 5. Now that's not the whole chord, but it's close enough to get me all in stage 1. Now, if I was going, let me jump to stage 3 here, where I'm going to try to get the 4 type. What type of chord is it? The fact that it has a tritone and a B flat at the bottom means it's a dominant chord. Now I'm moving to stage 4 now, and I'm going to say, well, what extensions are present in this chord? And that's where a lot of you have your problem, because you'll say, well, I know it's a dominant, but I'm trying to get all them off color tones. I'm trying to figure that out, right? Let me play it again. Now, if I'm going fast, just rewind this, okay? Because last week's video was in detail. This is just me. I'm just going through the process here. So check this out. Okay, so what you want to find out is, okay, I know that this is a B flat dominant, but what are those off notes? Here's the thing. We already determined, and I'm going to say in stage 4 decision, I'm going to have this as a flat 9, flat 5. Okay, B flat. So because I already heard, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a flat 5 here. Okay, the flat 9 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go flat there. So here's how that's going to sound. That's the first chord, okay? And then here's the second one. Now, that sounds pretty good so far. I'm going to guess, now this is a stage 4 decision. And this is where a lot of you would struggle, as you should, because the stage 4 decisions are not easy to make when you're trying to hear chords that have all these extensions in them. So one thing I would do, obviously, you're going to remove the root to this chord, you know, and I can add some additional notes. I could add a D, or right. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can add that. But how does hearing those chords help me? Because now that I know it's a sus voicing, you actually are now using your ear also to make placement decisions. You can because I know that it's sus. I can use that voicing. Right, and then or something like that, right? Which is not a chord. Chord that I can almost make up on the spot, because because I'm using ear decisions as placement, because I knew that this was a sus voicing, and within the sus voicing, I'm just knowing that there's certain notes I'm wanting to emphasize in a B flat. You know, got to know your theory to the degree, not to degree where you are. You need to know your theory to the degree where you are able to move notes around, right? So what I'm saying is, in a B flat sus voicing, there's certain notes that I want present, which is this minor chord here, C minor, and a B7, right? I can arrange these notes any way I want to. So that sounds just as nice to me, right? But I'm using all the notes that are allowed within this chord. So this is where you have an infinite number. You know, you could all those different chords I could use as a replacement. And then let me show you. I'll play it with him so you can see what I mean. Okay, and so now you have that. And I'm not going to do these because I was only going to do the first ones, but you know. And then, right. Anyway, so hopefully this is the practical application to how I use these steps. And I know I was going fast, so I need you may have to watch the video again and just kind of see. Check this song out. It's a dope song. And again, see how many arrangements you can do, because you're not limited. This is why you guys are asking about chords. You don't just use your ear. Listen to me. You don't just use your ear to figure out chords. You use your ear to determine proper placement of chords and where they should fit, right? This is all an ear thing. So ear, you don't just learn your ear so you can figure stuff out. You learn your ear to make musical decisions. And so this is the great thing about building your ear. This is Sean. I've been having a great time today. Thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and check out that song, Blessed Assurance. Check out the course that I have on my site that'll help you to build your ear. And also check out any links that I have in the description for you.